Alright, step number 1 in this whole process is beating the game. You need to beat the game because you need to have access to Cyllage City, and that's after you beat the game. As well as beating the game, you should also go ahead and max out your style in Lumiose City. What that does, that gives you access to the very last O power. And a lot of people may not know this, but you can actually max out your style by simply going over to the Pokeball Boutique. Yes, we want to go there. You can just go there and buy a bunch of balls, and it'll max out your style over time. Granted, you have to buy a lot of them, but it'll do it slowly but surely. See, I'm so stylish, they're even giving me a discount on the cab. So let's go here. And I want to talk to this woman. The best way to do it, easiest, fastest, is to buy Premier Balls. You want to buy them one by one, not buy them in bulk. You don't hit like 99 and buy all that. You want to buy one by one. So you can sit here and mash the A button for a while until you have like 80 Premier Balls, something along those lines. And it should max out your style. The way you can check your style is going to the Stone Emporium in Lumiose City and talking to the guy that sells Mega Stones. Usually he sells them for up to 1 million Pokédollars. If you're stylish enough, he'll sell it to you for like 10,000. Right now mine's 50,000, so it's not maxed out all the way. But it was good enough so that I can get the last O power. The last O power, I'll show you where to get it as well. Where's the damn taxi at? No, you stupid. Get out of there. You want to go to cafes. Cafe introversions for the last O power is. Let's go in here. And wow, he's not here right now. I already got it. The last O power is hatching power. The very last O power is hatching power, and it'll make your life a hell of a lot easier once you start having to hatch a lot of eggs. Step number 2, get yourself a Talonflame. This is not a suggestion, this is something that you must do. This, along with having hatching power, is gonna make your life not seem like a living hell when you're fumbling for fucking eggs. Step number 3, you are going to need access to the Friend Safari in Cyllage City. This place right here. Once you have made your way to the Friend Safari, you want to add as much people as possible. That way you can visit their safari. See, each one of your friends that you have on your friends list will have a different type of Pokemon that are available to be captured in their safari. You want as many as possible, but mainly you want a normal type friend who has Dittos that can be caught in their safari. You want to catch as many possible Dittos in this safari because at least 2 of their IVs will always be perfect. I got more Dittos in another box, but you should basically have a box completely full of Dittos. And like I was telling you, the ones that I have caught in the Friend Safari have 2 perfect IVs. I have marked which ones have perfect IVs. Take a look at this Ditto, for example. You see the little symbols right under normal type. There's a little pentagon right there on the far left. Then circle, triangle, square, heart, star, and a diamond. The circle is HP, triangle attack, square defense, heart is special attack, star is special defense, and the diamond is speed. So as you can tell, this Ditto specifically has perfect special attack and special defense. This one is defense and speed. This one's attack and speed. This one's HP and special attack. And that one I actually named him attack and defense. But yeah, you just want to keep a track of what Dittos you have. Step number 4, you are going to need a few items. Among those is an Everstone, a Destiny Knot, and any of the power items. Power Bracer, Power Belt, Power Lens, Power Band, Power Anklet, Power Weight. The Everstone is going to be used in order to give it to a Pokemon, in this instance probably Ditto. When you give it an Everstone and they breed, the nature will always be passed down off to the offspring. The Destiny Knot will be used in order to pass down 5 IVs from both parents. This is a new mechanic introduced in X and Y. Previously, normally you can pass down 3 IVs without the Destiny Knot, but with the Destiny Knot, you put it on a parent, and they'll get together, both Pokemon, and they'll pass down 5 IVs instead of 3. It's really good, but it's random which IVs they pass down. The power items will be used in order to pass down 1 IV. When you attach it to the parent that you want the IV to be passed down, let's say you attach right here a Power Bracer, and you have a Pokemon with perfect attack IVs. That IV will get passed down onto the new Offspring Pokemon. You have a little more control over what you want to pass down, but you can only pass down 1 at a time. Alright, right now we are going to go to Kylude City. Kylude. We're going to go visit this guy to check on one of my Dittos IVs. This guy is going to become your best friend ever. You're going to go talk to him a lot. He is the one that checks the stats, the IVs for Pokemon on this one. He's right in the Pokemon Center. It's this purple little fruit cake. Hey there, so how about it? You gonna let me judge the intriguing potential of your Pokemon? You pick a Pokemon. I'm picking this Ditto. I see. This Pokemon has relatively superior potential overall. That's how I judge it anyway. Incidentally, I would say that its greatest potential lies in its HP, although its special attack is equally as good. Stat like those simply can't be beat. That's what you want to look out for. When he says stat like those simply can't be beat, that means they have a perfect IV of 31. So this Ditto that I just showed him has a perfect IVs for special attack, and it's, what's it HP? Let me check it again. Yada yada. HP and special attack. These two are perfect. So let's head over to Route 7 to go see the daycare couple. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to get yourself a perfect Ditto. I will work on that a little later. But right now, just for the sake of showing you what I'm doing, I'm going to try to get a Halucha with some good IVs. So let's head over to the daycare people. Okay, here we are. Route 7, daycare. So what I want to do, special attack for anything. I'm gonna start breeding it with this Ditto, who has perfect IVs for attack and speed. So what I'm gonna try to do for the sake of this guide is I'm gonna try to get a best as I can a Hawlucha with as many perfect IVs as possible. This one actually has special attack already maxed out at 31 IV, which is awful when you think about it, because Hawlucha doesn't use special attack for anything. I'm gonna start breeding it with this Ditto, who has perfect IVs for attack and speed. So I have given Hawlucha the Everstone to hold because I already have the nature that I want. This is the Hawlucha I used to go through the game. Adamant nature. That's the nature I want, so it's going to hold an Everstone while it goes into the breeding grounds. This Ditto is the one that I was telling you with perfect, attack and speed. Is holding the Destiny Knot, so together they will put together a random 5 IVs from the parents will go into the Offspring. What I want to do is continue this cycle until I get a Hawlucha that is adamant, has perfect IVs for attack and speed. Once I get the Hawlucha hatch, we'll take it from there. So I'm going to go ahead and deposit these 2 Pokemon with the daycare lady. I'm going to leave Ditto and Hawlucha. Alright, so now we gotta go waste some time. Best way to get... let's see if they like each other. They don't seem to like each other very much. Alright, so it's gonna take a little longer for them to do their business. But what I'm gonna do right now is just gonna cycle around until they finally do their thing. And I'll check back with that guy. So you just gotta ride around. It's a little tedious, and this is the way we're gonna hatch the eggs as well. So let's fast forward a little bit. Alright, so here we go. First egg. Now this is where having Talonflame comes really handy. His ability Flame Body, it will actually make the eggs go hatch that much faster. With that, let's see, silly egg. That with the O power that we got earlier is gonna make this hatching a lot easier. I'm not gonna actually start doing using the O power until I get a batch of 6 eggs, because I won't have enough points to be doing it constantly, and for just 1 egg it's kind of a waste of time. So we're just gonna ride around until that egg hatch. Oh, so my first egg is already hatching. I couldn't even I rode around a couple of times. Really didn't take long at all for it to hatch. I didn't even get 5 eggs riding around. So this is my first egg, Hawlucha. Since that Hawlucha that I put in the daycare center is holding the Everstone, all of these are going to be adamant. So I just need to hatch a couple of more, and I will take him over to that guy in Cyllage City. But let's take a quick look just to show you guys that it is indeed adamant. Adamant nature from the daycare couple. And once I get a few more, I'll go over to Cyllage City and I'll check on these guys to see what their IVs are like. Alright, it's only been 15 minutes since I started breeding, and I already have 5 Hawluchas out of the eggs already. Like I'm telling you, Talonflame right here and the O power, hatching power combined, make it for a very quick hatching. The main reason why I say Talonflame is because it can use fly, and it has that ability as well. So not even 15 minutes in, I already got 5 Hawluchas. Now I just gotta go check what their IVs are like. Alright, so I'm back at Cyllage City again. Took me a couple of tries, 2 sets of eggs actually, and I think I finally got a decent one. 3 of its IVs actually passed on to this Hawlucha. Since ICSC, Pokemon Raw Potential. Incidentally, I would say its greatest potential as it's an attack stat, although a special attack stat is equally good. Stat like that simply can't be beat. That's how I judge it. But how can you make it through battle when it's kind of a defense stat? It actually got 0 defense, and that's because the Ditto that I'm breeding Hawlucha with has 0 IVs on defense. But actually 3 IVs got passed on that are maxed out or completely at 0. So I'm gonna continue breeding with this Hawlucha. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go over back to the breeding grounds. Go back over here. So once I put this one with the Ditto, well, I got attack and I'm gonna actually switch both of the Pokemon I'm breeding out of the daycare center. I'm gonna use this Hawlucha and a different Ditto so that another stat will pass down that I need. So let's go in here. Okay, so I have actually traded out the 2 Pokemon that were originally mating to produce the Offspring. I have switched them out to 2 new ones. Another one of the Dittos I had in my box with Perfect IVs. This one, actually, instead of have the first one we were using have Perfect IVs for attack and speed. I switched it out for this one that has perfect defense and speed. The Hawlucha that was off the Offspring of the earlier ones that I was breeding has perfect IVs for attack and special attack, and 0 defense for 0 defense IV for. That's just something that happened. I'm not really worried about it. So these are 2 completely different Pokemon that I put in the daycare center. I switched them out. I switched out the items as well. This new Ditto is holding the Destiny Knot. Hawlucha is still holding the Everstone, so it'll continue passing the nature as adamant. So what I want to do now is have Ditto pass off the what do you call it? The IVs for defense and speed. So with the Destiny Knot, hopefully I'll get a Hawlucha that has perfect IVs and attack, special attack, defense, and speed. That's 4 IVs that would be perfect in a perfect world, but it's probably going to take up quite a few eggs before I get that. So let's go inside, ride around, and get some more Pokemon. Okay, so now we're back in Kilo City to talk to my best fruity friend. Wanted to show you, I was actually lucky on my first batch of 2nd generation Pokemon. I got really lucky and I already got a Hawlucha that has 4 perfect IVs. Greatest potential lies in the stack, attack, defense, special attack, and speed. So that's 4 that are perfect IVs. So the next step is breeding this current Hawlucha that he just got done telling me about, and I'm gonna grab a Ditto that has perfect HP and perfect special defense. Once and I'm gonna breed this one with that Ditto after a whole breeding little breeding thing that they're gonna do. One of those will have all perfect IVs. It may take a couple of tries, but one of them will have perfect IVs once I start breeding those. So that's the gist of it, of how you get perfect Pokemon. The biggest thing you need to do is, like I said, I'll go through the list real quick. You need to beat the game. You need to have Talonflame. Yep. You need to have the final O power, Hatching power, which makes it go incredibly fast. So you have no idea how much more faster it is to have that O power and Talonflame. You need to have the items, Everstone, Destiny Knot, any of the power items if you want to like pass down 1 IV specifically. And you need to have access to the Friend Safari and a friend that has Dittos in there. Every Ditto that you capture from there has 2 perfect IVs. So, with that, now you see the whole situation. I'm gonna actually go out and make a last generation set of Pokemon, which that will be my perfect Hawlucha. With that, you can see how it's done. Hopefully you can try it for yourself, shed some light, and you can get out there and win some Pokemon battles. Signing off, good night.